anything that you do as kind of one of the older guys, especially one who's seen the zone before, to kind of make sure that settling down process goes as fast as it can?
Yeah, definitely. You definitely want to talk to them and tell them to kind of be cautious because the zone is definitely longer and quicker than you might expect. But at the same time, to still be aggressive and take your shots when you feel like you have one.
Caris, you guys got a good win over Oregon. Met a physical Villanova team. You and Zach particularly are off to a hot start. Can you kind of just self-evaluate evaluate you and Zach up to this point, and what Syracuse game is going to be for you guys as far as momentum, I guess?
Well, Coach Beeline has a lot of confidence in myself and Zach and the rest of the guards really on the team to really run the team. And Zach's done a great job really capitalizing on his opportunities, really knocking down a lot of shots, getting to the rim as well.
Syracuse is a bigger team. Do you feel like maybe getting pushed around by Villanova a little bit? Do you feel like maybe that kind of helps you guys? Or maybe the younger guys a little bit going in a game like this?
We definitely learned from the Villanova game how we have to get people off the glass and be physical. But I think we did a great job of competing against Villanova, and I think that'll be something that we need to take into the next game.
What's the hardest part about solving the Syracuse defense?
We have a lot of guys that haven't gone against it yet, so that'll be different for them going against the zone that's kind of expanded out a little bit farther and quicker and longer than they've seen. But once we get comfortable in it, I think it's important to stay aggressive the whole game.
What you saw it the first time, how did you respond to it?
Like I said, it took a couple possessions to kind of get used to it. But once you get used to it, you got to try to attack it in any way you can.
Is making sure that is defense something that prohibits? If you get a stop, you can run. Sometimes they still get back in it, though. Is that, when you watch film back on that, how did that play out? Yeah,
definitely. Getting stops, forcing turnovers will definitely be big for us getting out on the break. But like you said, they do drop back into their 2-3 zone as well. So, they're a good team. So we'll watch a lot more film today and try to solve the zone.
Do you remember the prep for that? Was it overwhelming? I guess the Final Four, so you had a lot of other things going on too. But do you remember that when you were prepping for them, you're like, this is a lot? Being a freshman.
It wasn't really overwhelming. Like I said, it's like any other zone except for it's just longer and a lot quicker. So there's a lot of the same principles, but you just have to be kind of more cautious, especially as a guard attacking it.
What's the load on you? Is it heavier, especially if Derek doesn't play? Because knowing that it's just you and Spike who've gone through this experience.
I wouldn't necessarily say the load is heavier on me. We have a lot of other guys that are capable of stepping up as well in the backcourt, such as Muhammad and Aubrey, who are really excited to get another chance to play a little bit more if Derek doesn't play.
Talk about Cam's progress a little bit. Did you see him settling down a little bit last game in particular?
Yeah, well, he hit his first college three, so that was definitely big for him, getting more rhythm, shooting the basketball. So, anything Cam can do for us will be really great this year.
Is it a confidence thing, do you think, that young?
Cam really hasn't lost any confidence. He really just was struggling with the shot a little bit. But like I said, it's really encouraging to see him knock down a couple last game.
Caris, just as a follow-up to Mark's question, if you guys are without Derek tomorrow, does that put the ball in your hands that much more? Would you anticipate that as being even more of a primary? You're already a primary ball handler, but do you think it would even be ratcheted up that much more?
I'm not sure because we still have Spike and Muhammad as other guards, but like you said, I'm already a primary ball handler, so I'm not sure how much more it would be in my hands.
And when you go up against a zone like that, how difficult or frustrating is it, whatever, to pass up open threes and always look for a better shot, just because there are so many looks, and before you know it, you can go out and shoot 30, 35 threes if you kind of get a little out of control.
Well, Coach B has a lot of confidence in us shooting the ball, so we really know the difference between a good shot and a bad shot, especially in the zone. So we just have to look for those good shots, try to get the ball in the middle, and then work from there. But we really have a lot of confidence and the green light to shoot those shots.